Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Borderlands 2. So, we're chugging along, working on two quests, I guess. There's one here where we have to kill the Sandman, and that's the main story, and we'll just do that first and get the compass piece. This might be an actual human boss fight.
Now you're gonna learn that big pain.
Big sleep.
Small packages.
So, Sandman is a small guy, and Big Sleep is a big guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if I just get but he's about dead. Like I'm having to really drag this out to even make it slightly interesting. So this is different, but not good enough. Wow. They managed to, because I was goofing around, they managed to kill me. Meanwhile, where are we?
Scarlet, I'm coming for her next.
Here's Sandman.
You're half the man I am, and I'm only half your size. So if I was your size, I'd be 4 times the man you
We
are.
can see Sandman's small, so we'll just.
Nice. Now once you find this compass piece, we'll have 2 of the 4 we need to find the treasure. I haven't the slightest idea where the other 2 pieces are, but you know, it's a start. Part of me feels kind of bad I didn't get to kill Sandman myself. But the other part of me is happy I got to chill back here and read the latest issue of Crime Fighter Frog. It's about a frog who fights crimes.
Crime Fighter Frog. Interesting. Is that a Batman reference, or? I mean, No. Is there a Detective Frog? Might be something called Detective Frog. Or is it Detective Toad? Well, here's the piece we needed. It's an actual piece, like a key.
Dear diary, I know where the 3rd compass piece is. Iberians got it. Judging by what they've been saying over the radio, they think it's just some trinket. They're gonna ship it out on a caravan in the Wormwater. I've just got it. Oh, great. That jackass from Oasis is coming after me. BRB, diary.
Wow, that's lucky. Come on back to Wormwater so we can get the 3rd compass piece and be that much closer to finding the treasure.
So we need to look and see if perhaps there was a gun that was dropped that was actually worth something. This one does 1 bullet and does way less damage, and that was the level 30 best gun that they had to offer. Other things we picked up are nothing. We got some money there. Okay. Now, on this quest, we want to get this quest, this message in the bottle quest, and we want to finish this part, this grindle. And I'm not sure that I can, because I think maybe I have to go here to activate that, but that wouldn't really make any sense. There's a couple of different places on this map that just don't seem like they open to anything. Let's see. Yeah, when I walked to this unlocked, which is odd. It wasn't. And seems to say that there's a message in the bottle somewhere over here. Or some kind of quest over here. I don't see anything. Yeah, I do not see any quest there. Let's go back to this other section. Check that out. Sandman's Overlook. So $5. And that was a Master of My Domain challenge. It was a one challenge. We'd seen that picture of Scarlet before. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like there's anything though over here. So I'm trying to look at the map and see if maybe something would make sense as far as a switch or something, but no. We have a quest. We see a quest board symbol, quest giver symbol. It says it should be over here. Like right where I am. Right where I am, there should be a quest, it says. I'm not seeing any items, I'm not seeing any like rock or X marks the spot or anything like that. You gonna die? Yep. There it is. Hidden down here. What does that message in the bottle tell me to go? Right. It tells me to now run back that way. So let's see if we can take on Grindel first. And then we'll run back and see if we can... We may have to just run through this map a couple times. They're stretching content, definitely making it more of a challenge than it needed to be. Yeah, unless there was an invisible wall here. I need to be taking that platform, I guess. How do we get up on top of the platform? Do I get up on it over here? No. I don't know if this is actually worth the money I'm getting. Alright, so we need to reach a higher platform over here. It's must involve in some way doing something. Okay. Okay, so I was supposed to have walked this way and around. Didn't see the path.
When you do find this creature, please deal with him quickly. The poor fellow who echoed me about the situation. Just, well, the creature wore his face like a jockstrap.
That's a really tight area to fight a crystalline creature. I'm a little surprised that they would do that. If I wasn't so overpowered, that probably would have been a difficult fight. Okay, Grindel's Den. This looks like this might have been Mad Moxie's Underdome at some point. But that's not what happened to Mad Moxie's Underdome. Alright. So he's just a bowling man.
Now if you could return to the bounty board, we can see about stapling Jesse's face back onto his skull.
See, I don't think they really want you to climb on all this garbage. I don't think there's actually too much here either. There might be some bullets lying around. There was a rather large earthquake-like sound that felt like it either opened or closed the path. We keep moving forward. So this is gonna split us out right at the beginning of the level, which is not really where I want to be yet, so that's gonna, we'll just have to try again. We have the message in the bottle to do in this area, and we have this section to do, so going full circle, respawning enemies, dealing with them at a pretty fast pace. Let's see, do we have a gun I want to try? No, I think I'll just stick with what I've got. I could switch back to an assault rifle. Feels like these guys have leveled up a little bit. And a little bit more of a challenge than they used to be. So we still have this. That is clearly something we're going to have to deal with later. I'm a little surprised that it respawned enemies this quickly. Like, generally, it hasn't been doing that. Yeah, I'm not really sure this is worth the effort. Alright. Over here. Just a couple more guns. We'll hold on to that. There we go.
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
That was a decent haul of money. I guess you have to have the message in the bottle quest equipped and ready to go to do this. I don't think you could just know where it is and finish a quest before you've even started it. That seems out of character for a Borderlands quest. I think we're basically just looking for an X. Wow, that is a very sharp triangle symbol. It might be up here, I guess. Not in the water. So, we're looking for an X. Probably means don't drop down into the water. Let's see. Can I get up here? And then maybe get up here? Yeah, I don't think I can grab a ledge from this point and get to where I want to go. And I can practically just ignore the people shooting me. Let them shoot me and absorb their bullets. Yeah, we need to work our way around. So this is what a buccaneer looks like in their attack, and seems to be that it's a there we go. So somewhere around here, I think down that way is the next. Can we find it before we jump down there? Or are we doomed to just fall down there and have to run around again if it turns out we're wrong? Because it could also be over in this section, like as far as this far edge. And I assume it's an X. And it's not something else. I don't see an X down there. Unless that's an X. Guess I just have to risk it. I do think it is down here. Oh, there's a whole secret cave. Jeez, how are we supposed to know about that? Again, another cave chrysalis that's in a pretty narrow spot. But good design. Good little find the hidden secret design. So no, I don't. That might be it.
The crew were gonna mutiny. The cook I pretended to kill. They found him sitting around an oasis while I guarded the boat. After they strung him up, they got to talking. Found out I'd never killed another soul in my life. My guess is they'll raid the treasure room for guns and shoot me when my back's turned. Might as well let them do it. Rather be killed than have to wipe out my own men. And this will be my last log entry. Captain Blade, signing off.
So Captain Blade, a tragic figure. For iridium. And guns. And money. So I assume that's the treasure, and there won't be any more Captain Blade treasure stories. Although there might be. Like, it wouldn't terribly surprise me if there was more to the story. So at this point I want to just try and run back as fast as possible, because there's nothing, like nothing at all to do here. So what's the fastest way? I think
No coming back from this!
so. The question, I guess, would be: are these pirates the pirates of Captain Blood? Probably not. Ooh. We are now fighting like 29 level rapscallions, 30 pirates, 29 powder monkeys. Interesting. It seems like it just in that instance decided to level up everybody. That would be an awkward trigger, though, to have it level you up just because level up the enemies because you've done all the quests in an area. And yeah, there's not anything here. Although we do know that there is a Cult of the Vault symbol somewhere, but frankly at this point I'm tired of wasting time looking for him. Like, there may have been a Cult of the Vault symbol inside that cave. And let's see how fast this elevator is. Not terribly fast. What does this say? shoot responsibly. Interesting. And this should take us back to the Oasis path. Yeah, it definitely feels like I'm spending a good 3 or 4 minutes of just walking. Why not have a fast travel station somewhere on this map? An easy exit. Or an elevator or a path. That is something that Skyrim did very well, at least in most of its caves. They designed an exit door that you could use very quickly.
You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure of that.
I'm gonna
Lovely.
buy some more bullets.
Farewell, friend. Guns, guns, guns. I'll always find guns you don't need. Stay alive out there.
I'm trying not to fast travel too much, so let's just exit this way. This might be a disappointment, though, because this might very well have me in an area I don't really want to be. No, this isn't too far away, but after I turn in this quest, then I have to go back. It probably isn't even worth the effort to turn in the quest. Like, I can just save that for later. We can just fast travel to, well, not fast travel, but grab a vehicle and drive our way to Warmwater. Looks like the textures have yet to load in. What new skins have we gotten? Quite a few new skins. If you're interested in seeing the new skins, we'll mark them all off. So ridiculous that this is a major part of the game, and you're picking up these skins as if they're, you know, anything interesting at all. Right. So this quest is just a turn-in quest. So unless I turned in this quest and it gave me more quests, which it might. The only thing I could do is like speed to this direction, then grab a vehicle and speed to this direction, and that wouldn't help me any. And there are some tricks you can do by to teleport to a vehicle, but no, that one wouldn't work. So the question will be, can I get up this ledge? Yeah, that was close.
Buy a gun already. I've always got new stock. Check back.
So turn on this quest.
Good news! You don't have to help me staple Jesse's face back on because he's dead. Hemophilia ho.
There we go. So no new quests because of turning in that. We could look at the map and look at the quest list. We can see that there's at least 2 more areas, which makes sense. If there are 2 more pieces to the game, 2 more pieces to the puzzle compass, I don't think I need to kill any more worms. I don't think I need to kill any more pirates. Warm water. I guess maybe that was a reference to Pirates of Darkwater, a tragically canceled early series that lots of people who are old like me remember, but really wasn't that good. Let's see, recoil reduction is 5.2, elemental effect damage is elemental effect chance. Right, now on this map we've got a fast travel here to raid the Hyperion caravan. So if I go straight this way.
Oh, crap. The Leviathan's back. I forgot to mention, that thing is the guardian of the treasure. It ate my pet Roscoe in one bite, and he was like this big. Oh, bloody, I keep forgetting these things don't have video. I'm holding my arms really far apart.
So, did a Leviathan just spawn, or was that just an earthquake? Because I guess that would explain the earthquakes we had before. And so we had already looked at this area. So apparently these guys were neutral and wouldn't have attacked me if I didn't shoot them first. Now, knowing Handsome Jack, this is going to end up to be a trap. And there's nothing in there. Maybe a grenade inside the chest. I felt like that should have been more of a challenge. We'll see.
You're awesome. We're probably gonna kill each other later, but for now, I just want to say, well done. We only need one more compass piece before we can find the lost treasure. Come on back.
So this seems a little too easy even here in this case. Like, yes, I remember I'm overpowered, but yeah, maybe if they throw some more guys at me, or if I was at level 30 instead of level 39, that would have been a bit of a challenge. Let's see. They've joked about Captain Scarlet probably going to kill me so many times now that the only way this would play out right is if it turns out she didn't kill me. Hover in the air as we slowly lower ourselves down. So we still need the fourth piece of the puzzle, which I wouldn't be surprised if Shade that gives that to us and says he's had it the whole time. Let's see. Do I really even have anything of real concern? Just some more guns that I picked up off the loaders. Shield capacity, shield recharge rate.
It's a fine day, full of opportunity. Your cash ain't worth
I'm
a
just
thing.
looking for skins.
Don't spend it. Try not to die.
Really fast. Feels like there should have been more instances in which I've looked at Captain Scarlet face to face and seen her move and be animated. She feels like a character that they could have done a lot more with.
3
So
down,
far.
1 to go. Once the compass is fixed, we'll find out where Captain Blade buried his treasure.
Okay.
I don't know where the last part of the compass is, but I know someone who might. His name is Herbert, and he lives out in the rust yards. Take that gift box over there.
So
Hold on to that gift and don't give it to Herbert until I tell you to. Now go meet up with him. Off with you now.
So I assume that's a bomb. We've got some new quests now that we have a new chapter. Fight or die or run away or get killed at a later occasion.
A few of my men deserted the ship when Sandman attacked. Could you kill them, please? Deserters really bug me since I only have one rule on my ship. If you join, it's for life. That and no fatties. Sorry, that was supposed to be a joke. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So where do these quests want to take us? We have one in Oasis that kill Benny the Boaster, which seems like I probably am gonna get moved around in a bunch of different places. So we'll probably come back to Oasis. Let's see where the rust yards takes us, though. Is it over here? No. It's over here. Alright.
Now, you might be worried that once you get all 4 pieces of the compass, I'll kill you and take it for myself. Wrong. Even once complete, the compass still needs to be taken to a very super secret location before it will reveal where Blade's treasure is buried. You can rest easy for now.
So, yep. This is a lot like the Shank DLC. I don't know what it was actually called in Borderlands 1, where you spent a lot of time driving over sand pits. Or, you know, the Secret Armory of General Knox also had a similar issue where you were very often just driving from point A to point B. This is just straight up free money. Although it's not great money. We'll have to see if, now that I've opened this one, will more loaders appear. I guess not. They seem to be fine with being robbed. Alright. This was open before, I'm fairly certain. Some iridium. Oh, seriously? Managed to blow myself up. I'm fairly certain that's what happened. Alright. This totally would be a challenge if I weren't so overpowered. But it totally isn't. So ideally, when we get into this next area, it would rebalance again and give me closer to 35, level 35 enemies, but I don't think it really is going to do that. Third one coming? Interesting. Just slowly chugging along to the rust yards, which I imagine will be garbage piles all over the place.
Herbert, the guy you're looking for, I brought him on board a few months back because he's stupidly knowledgeable about Captain Blade's treasure. Then I kicked him off because you'll see.
They said no fatties, so maybe he'll be actually overweight. I'm holding on to too many of these relics.
It's a fine day, full of opportunity. Catch you.
Oh, if Herbert asks about me, don't say anything.
So it sounds like Herbert's infatuated with her. And there's probably at least one Cult of the Vault symbol somewhere around here. Right. What does the map look like? We have this and an undiscovered one, so let's work our way this way. 29, 29. Ooh, it's another Anchorman. So these guys are just now, by default, things we're gonna deal with. Interesting. There's a flag leaving a shadow on the ground. I've got a stupid amount of money. But at least I've figured out the game has told me specifically to not gamble it in the slot machines, which then kind of devalues the slot machines as being useless. Is there a symbol anywhere? Nope. Man, there's a Overwatch character that has a hook ability like this. And this definitely came out before Overwatch. Interesting. I bet there's been previous characters though that have also had hook abilities before this one did. It's surprising. Surprising that they're summoning like 2 of these guys at the same time each. And there's definitely something here. Rusty Cog Settlement. Still only getting 1 experience. Well, fell down. Reach $1 million in savings is the next quest. There's a lot of guns that talk about Fort or Horde, which feel like they are just kind of direct references to World of Warcraft. Or Warcraft. Because there's really no horde in this game. So up here we go. I'm also noticing that this area seems a little less like a little harder to get from point A to point B. Like, how do I get back up here? Like, I'm running into things. Okay, so you have to do that, and then that lets you get up to this part, and then you can jump over here. That's a lot of A lot of jumping, a lot of pathfinding. It's usually a lot more easy to figure out where you're supposed to go. Can I get up to that? Is there anything there? Can I get up to that? Is there anything there? Triple X. Can't get in there. But in the end, you still will always end up on the ground and have to climb these two to get any further. And here we have not quite close enough to steal the gun from that angle, but I can steal it from that angle. There was one point in the main story, I think, of the first game that you could do that too. I don't know if it was intentional. Probably was this time. It seems like we're clearing off an area. This could be a foolhardy waste of time. Like, we very well may get a quest to come back and run through this area a second time. And I turned in a couple of quests, and you can see at the bottom middle of the screen now there's slightly more experience. So maybe by the time we're done with everything in this DLC, we'll be up to level 40. So I could have worked my way around. I can run over here. There we go.
I think you took a long after. I never know where they hit you.
80 iridium. Now I want to run back here for a second because this looked like that we could come over that way. Yeah, there is something up that way. How do I get back up to top? I was here, came in here. Here it is. Again, probably not worth picking up this stuff. So I could come up and be a little higher. Yeah, unless I was to make a jump. Yeah, I don't think I can get up here. And I don't think there's anything too much over there anyways. It's getting rather grindy at this point. It's time for me to take another break. Like, just a lot of killing the same old types of people. It offering no challenge at all. Where's the guy? There's like one guy there. And I think that's it. I'm not a 100% fan of this level design. It feels awkward. Would have been maybe interesting to see if he could have hit me with an anchor when I was crouched down, or whether that's a defense against him, his attacks. Yeah, and for games like this, I've totally run out of any new insights to say. And if I've run out of new insights to say, it's because the game is repeating itself. So much content here, and then such a long drought between Borderlands, the pre-sequel, if you're going to include that, which I think a lot of people probably would say that Borderlands, the pre-sequel, didn't really satisfy. So if you ignore Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and you just say Borderlands 2 to whenever Borderlands 3 comes out, it's going to be a very, very long time. And I feel like you could have gone for a true, legitimate, good quality games as a service concept with Borderlands before that phrase games as a service even existed, instead of things like Destiny and several other games that have no business thinking that they are going to constantly upgrade.
That
and
looks creepy enough to be Herbert's shack up there on that ledge. Take the elevator up, knock on the door, and prepare for a smell straight out of your nightmares.
Oh, he smells. Yeah. Most games as service games are just excuses for microtransactions, excuses to sell a unfinished game, excuses to try to make more money with less effort. In fact, that's almost all of them. But were this same amount of content sold for the same amount of price, and then it was just broken up in the case of Borderlands 2, maybe they wouldn't have made as much money. That's totally possible, but the fans of the game would be certainly treated better. It's been a way too long of a delay. So I was thinking this bridge might explode or something on me. That seems somewhat reasonable. So it looks like this path was not accessible. Also looks like I didn't actually activate all of the map over there. Well, I'm not going to particularly bother with that. Not right now, at least. So one would hope that that would save. My fear here, as we're wrapping up, is that, you know, there's a quest here and a message in a bottle here, so there's a lot more of this map. It's a very vertical map, which we really haven't had a lot of those in Borderlands 2. We had a couple of them in Borderlands 1. But yeah, my fear is I might have to exit out in this game. And if I do, I will probably get fast traveled to the beginning of the map again, which would be a problem, particularly if that part didn't save. But I'm not sure that's a big enough concern. Let's see, we have 9 more slots for items. We didn't get any more badass challenges or badass tokens. And we're still working our way to collecting money and holding on to money. Then, yeah, I guess there's one more area we haven't been to in 2 quests here. I wouldn't be surprised if there were only 2 quests here. Alright. Like I said, this is getting a little boring at this point. It's too much grinding. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And hopefully by the time we get back to this next recording, I'll be a little bit more revitalized. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist, or you can support me through the link to Patreon.